Hey, what's everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about the Mythic Legion's Legendary Barbarian. This was a secret premiere at Zolocon. I was fortunate enough to be able to get one. Very lucky. Shout out to the people who got me one. I appreciate you. So yeah, this, again, it's one of those things where if you are not excited for Mythic Legion to begin with, this won't be for you. But for me, this is awesome because now I have a chocolate barbarian who has some updated parts. But more importantly, what he comes with is really nice. We have a little bit of soft goods here. We have a nice brandish of weathering here on that silver that gives it that dull silver. We have our braided barbarian head. But what is really cool about this is going to be these new gauntlet arms, which I don't think we've seen yet. And this is now the new barbarian head. The barbarian torso with the new ball joint. I don't think we've seen it in a regular ball joint yet. I know that we have seen it on, I think, the Frankenstein's creature, but we now have that updated articulation for this. So now your boy looks really good. He's going to work with new articulation, which gives it that extra oomph, in my opinion. I love that. We also have the booted legs. I'm not sure where we got that. I'm not sure if it was with Valak. I can't remember, but I'm probably going to get, see, look, I'm starting to jumping into posing already, and I probably shouldn't, but already, as you can see, this is why I like stuff like this, because look at what this extra neck can do. You now have the ability to look more fluid. Like, even though it's still single jointed, we still now have that extra fluid look, with the head being able to look up and down, to not look awkward, to sit at a proper pacing. And I'm excited to just talk about things like that. It makes me excited when strides are made in a way that, you know, you can really enjoy. So this is something I very much enjoy. Now, we still have our standard Mythic Legion articulation. As you can see, paint is chipping out. But I don't mind. The more you play with it, the more that's going to happen, right? We still have our inverted ball torso. As you can see here, these nice little soft goods add that extra barbarian oomph. We saw our little Conan-like boots. They have a swivel here. We still have our thigh swivel as well. We still have our standard articulation going forward and generous ankle pivot. Delicious, yes. But yeah, I'm in a place where enjoying toys has been in a phenomenal level for me, because I'm really trying to get to a point of where I don't know. It's hard to explain, but that's kind of adorable that I could even do that. That is nice. Yes, I like this a lot. But I'm at a point where toy-wise, you know, if you really like your hobby and you really like what you do, no matter what it is, if you like something and you got it, enjoy it. And that's what works for me. And the little things on this guy make me extremely happy, because I love fantasy. I think outside of Kamen Rider, fantasy is like my second favorite thing. So I'm up in fucking arms. I'm excited for this. So yes. With that being said, let us jump into the accessories, talking about this guy, as I've briefly gone over the articulation. As you can see, we still have single jointed arms, but they have that nice cut. As you can see, I can still do it here without stressing it out. That new ball joint adds that oomph, the inverted torso, and you saw the leg articulation. Now, let's jump into the accessories. So as we continue on to accessories, I think let's talk about the weapons and hands first, and we'll go with head sculpts, because that one's really special here. Here, we will get a nice axe. And again, the colorways they do on this stuff is so fun. Then we have our power sword, right? So we have an axe and a sword. We will also get a shield. The shield will come with two different handles. You will get the old school 1.0 handle if you want to latch it back in. I'm kind of glad they're bringing these back, giving people a chance to try those out, as well as a held handle, so you can pop and swap. You will also get a bandolier. You actually get two types of bandoliers. You'll get the classic over the shoulder, strap around the chest, and then you get the warrior's bandolier, but that's what I'm going to call it. Next up, you will get a set of shoulder pauldrons. And I actually love these, because these are the ones I think that we use on Poxus. And these will look really good on him. And we're going to do that in a second. I just want to show you this stuff, because I'm going to pop them on. And then we get some horns that we can pop on this helmet. So, in case you want, make sure I'm not tripping. There we go. We have our horns. You can actually rotate them around. I'm going to choose one to go down, one to go up. depending on what you want to do for your look. So as you can see here, looks really, really good. You will also get sets of hands. But first, before we do that, right? Before we go over it, the sets, I'm going to do the head sculpts last. We will get a closed fist set. These will be on horizontal pegs. We will get a vertical set of hands for your weapon holdings, for your sword and your axe, so you can slice downward with better precision. These ones are horizontal, these ones are vertical. You will get a set of closed, semi-closed action hands, right? Technically also trigger hands, depending on how you want to do it. You can finagle some stuff in here. You have your open action hands. I love these charcoal hands. I dropped a hand, see? Talk about how much I love them. Then you will also get handcuffs and a leg shackle. Now, real quick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys what I was talking about. So, I'm going to pop the Warrior's bandolier on because I like the way that looks. Pop that neck joint back. Then I'm going to shop these shoulder pauldrons on. So you can just see how the different looks that you can get. And like I said, I love this kind of stuff. Like, again, I know a lot of people like don't want to like the part swap. I love part swapping. I love kit bashing stuff. I can't paint to save my life. So I love stuff like this. And as you can see, you have a completely different look. Now, the reason why I did this is because you can pop on a different head sculpt. And I know that this is a repainted Frankenstein sculpt. At least from what it appears from I gotta go look at my Frankenstein, but I am going to say that, and if I'm wrong, I'll change it. But yes, I love this because when you pop this on here, this looks really good. But what they did here was something I didn't think, it was crazy to me because it didn't dawn on me. But they gave it 3 different colored hair sculpts. If you have the black one here, this looks like somebody we all know. That's what I was saying. It looks really good. The green eyes are a good touch too. Give it a nice little bit of difference, right? That looks like someone we know, a certain Sumerian, and then a certain conqueror, a certain person from Atlantis, and I'm gonna call him, you know, he calls out the herd. We have a more browner hair one, right? And then we have one of a certain master of a certain universe. I like doing these little games here, but these look phenomenal. Like, if you can paint, you're obviously going to repaint it, have fun, things like that. You can create things, but for people like me who can't paint, this is a fun little tribute to those kind of characters, and it really does work for me. I really do love seeing this. It's a great touch, right? So I love that. I hope that people like it too. I'm going to swap the black one on. I'm going to leave that on because that's what looks really good for me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go find my Frankenstein too, because I want you guys to see the Frankenstein's creature, excuse me. And then we're going to jump into a size comparison. So I'll see you guys. So now we're going to jump to the size comparison. And after looking at my Frankenstein's creature, I would like to apologize because they do not share a sculpt. This is the first time they've done that sculpt that I can see of. And I don't know why it reminded me of that, but that was the first time I can see that sculpt. So yeah, here we are with Frankenstein's creature. So you can see what you're getting into. And as you can see, not only was I wrong, we get to see now a size comparison between the two. And as you can see, Frankenstein's creature is gigantic, even for a full horseman figure, obscura figure. It's bigger. Here we are with a warrior beast, the Zolocon exclusive, that also premiered alongside our new legendary Barbarian, which looks really, really good. So I'm going to take these guys away. We can jump into the next bit of size comparisons. Here we are with King Grayskull.
Drink your water.
And a AWOC figure. So how, oop, almost made him fall. So here we are, looking really, really solid, these 3. Then we have a NECA Warduke, as well as a Rapax from Savage Crucible. So as you can see, he's a nice size. He's not too big, not too small. And if you want to compare him to some other legendary heroes, here we are with Solomon Kane from Mezco, as well as Conan the Sumerian. So here we are. Now you can see what you're getting into. I realize I'm a little off balance. I'm not looking at my camera. I just had them set up. Sorry. So yeah. what's funny is, and this is me not knowing what the hell is going on, not really knowing, I created my own little Kit Bash Barbarian like a couple of weeks ago. It's not close to it at all, but it just reminded me that kid bashing is fun. So yeah. Last but not least, here's a couple of domestic brands so you can see how 6-inch figures hold out. Here is a Cobra Sentry / Alley Viper. And then here is a Valiverse Steel Brigade Recon Core. All right. And last but not least, the main man, 50 grand. You know, he always has to make an appearance whenever he can. My main man, Ichigo. So there you have it. So yeah, I love this figure, but then again, I love a lot of figures. That's why I sit down and I talk about toys with you guys. So with all of that being said, I hope that you've enjoyed. I hope you have a good time. And as always, be good to yourself, be good to others. Please, be good, do good. Drink your water, guys. Later.